Hey guys, it's Tracy with Crochet Rossetti. Hope everybody's doing great. I am trying a new setup today. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. My earbuds are making me sound like I'm underwater. So we gotta, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, it was driving me nuts. Anyway, welcome to my mess, where everything we talk about is fiber related, or we could throw in a craft here and there. I did pull the winners for my last video's giveaway. I will say that I had to pick a couple times because I couldn't see if people were either subscribed or they weren't subscribed. So when you're entering a giveaway, you need to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And I believe that is over in the right-hand corner of the subscribers home screen or whatever it is. Yeah, so I had to resubscribe. I will put a video up of the winners at some point during this video here again. So yeah, I did that this morning. I was hoping to get a video up earlier. I have no idea what time it is. It is Monday, August something. How prepared am I? Not at all. It has been a busy week. My husband was on vacation. I'm gonna shut this AC off, hold on. Somehow everything's getting picked up, all the noises, so I had to shut everything down. Yeah, so I've been working on a lot. My husband's been on vacation, that's why I did not do a video last week. On top of that, my son, all of a sudden, my 16-year-old decided he wanted to play football. Well, that took on a life of its own, let me tell you. Anyway, so I have some finished projects. I have some, I did some dyeing. Yeah, and I did some purchasing. Probably won't show all my purchases because I go so long in between videos right now that it looks like it's more than it is. It's probably the average of what most people buy, but it just looks like a ton because of the span of time it is that I'm buying stuff. Yeah, so let's get started here. Oh, if you want to find me, you can find me as Crochet Rossetti on YouTube, Crochet Rossetti on Instagram, Pinterest. I have a Facebook group. Go on over and join. Would love to see people coming over and sharing more of their projects. If not, I am going to delete the group. So feel free to share links. I just ask that you do not advertise for yourself or your channel unless you ask me first, because I found that I was getting inundated with people promoting their YouTube channel on my Facebook group page, which I had to put the settings to approve their videos that they want to put up. On top of that, there's only 3 questions. Make sure you answer them or I will not accept you into the group. Again, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so when I do giveaways, because I do check to see if you are a subscriber, and that way you can win prizes. And I usually tend to do giveaways fairly often. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be going through and putting some more together for my, once I get to 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a good size giveaway. Anyway, let's talk about what I've been working on. Okay. I'm trying out a new ring light here. Let me know what you think. My lighting right now is horrible, especially with the gloomy weather that we've been having. We had tornado warnings and hurricane warnings, which I live on the coast, so we don't normally see a lot of the weather. Luckily, we missed it all. We got some rain and some gloomy weather, and that was it. My husband and I did go down to the beach and take some pictures of the waves. That was fun. I will post a little video at the end of this podcast of that. Yeah, so again, off the rails I go. Let's talk about what I've been working on. I have some finished objects. So number 1 finished object is this here. I still have to weave in the ends. I'm not going to try it on. It does fit. My husband said it looks very nice on me. It's very drapey. Now, This is a crochet top. It's worked in the round from top down. I absolutely loved working this pattern. I did work it as a size extra large, and I used, no, a large. I did a size large and I used a bigger hook. I tend to think I'm bigger than I am, and I did not give room for growth after this was washed and blocked. So it is a bit big on me, especially underneath the arms here. It's fine. I bought a nice white blouse to wear underneath it with a big collar so that I could fold the collar up and over, and it's long sleeve so it'll come out the short sleeve, and then I can roll the cuffs, and I thought that would look fairly stylish. And it's on a longer side, and where this is more croppy at the bottom, I think it'll look cute with a pair of like fitted black slacks or a pair of those jean legging thingies. I think I have a pair of those somewhere that I have not put on. Anyway, this crochet pattern, the yarn is from Expression Fiber Arts, and it's called, I'm just going to show you it so I don't butcher it. And I believe I got it as a free pattern. She generally puts, Expression Fiber Arts will advertise periodically free patterns from her page, her website. So if you go to her website, it'll look like you're purchasing something, but you're not. There's zero charge, and she will email you the PDF file for the pattern that you want. And she has gorgeous patterns. This is not the first pattern I've made by her. I think I've done maybe 3 or 4 patterns by her, and I have like an abundance in my queue to do more. So yeah, so I did that, and I really enjoyed working on that pattern. Go on over to her channel and check out. She does give you some helpful hints. She has a video, and I can't remember what the content was for this specific pattern, and I think it was just tips and tricks. But yeah, so head on over there. I will link her podcast, her channel, in the description below, and if I remember, I will also link her website. So that was one. Then, using this beautiful yarn here, it is a wool yarn, a wool nylon blend, and it's a chunky yarn. I ordered this as a kit from Arkansas Yarn Company. I love this yarn here, and I read the pattern, I read the size needles, I ordered the needles in a 16-inch. Yeah, instead of reading the US number, I read the other number and bought the other number of needles, and it was the wrong size, so it came out into a child size hat. And it was my first time doing a twisted knit stitch rib. I think I did okay. It was a little tedious, being a fairly newer knitter. I really liked this hat, and I liked this pattern, and I love the yarn. So now I feel like I should go on and order more of the yarn. And I love the little pom-pom on it. I said to my husband, I'll just stick it in a chest downstairs. I'll wrap it up real nice, and someday I'll have grandkids that will wear this. All right. I think that was living in this bag here, was it? Yeah, so I bought a US 6 and a US 8, and it called for, I felt so dumb, you guys. I tried to put it on my head, I'm like, this doesn't fit me. So I had to order, it called for a US 10 and an 11. So I reordered 2 more needles, and now I just have to get the yarn. I did use the newer needles to try my hand at a messy bun hat. which I posted a picture of me wearing it on my Instagram and in my Facebook group. I was going to follow a pattern, but I didn't have the right size needles or the right yarn. So what I did is I cast on 56 stitches, and I used size 10 to cast on and do my ribbing, and then I switched to the 11 to do the knitting in the round. I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 7 rows of ribbing, and it was just a purl, knit 1, purl 1 all the way around. Originally, this was the right side. I liked the way it looked better on the inside, so I just flipped my work and made it work going the other way and turned it inside out. Well, turned it inside out first, and then I did, yeah, that's what I did. I liked the inside better, so I went that on the outside. And I don't know how many rows I did before I started doing the decreases. I want to say that I made it so that the hat was about 6.5 to 7 inches. And then I did a knit 2 together, knit 2 all the way around, and then I knit around, and then I knit 2 together, knit 1 all the way around, then knit a row, and then I did knit 2 together all the way around, and then I knit a row, and then I cast off. Now with the cast off, it's a very tight cast off because I probably should have did the stretchy cast off. So next time I do that, I will do a stretchy cast off. It fits, it looks so cute on, I love it, and I can't wait to wear it, and I'm not a hat person, so yeah, that says a lot. So that's my second hat done, and I got that t-shirt done. I also finished my Portobello Road shawl, and I did put a video of that up in my Facebook group. I also put a picture on Instagram. It's blocked. Did I weave in the ends? No, I haven't weaved in the ends yet. But it is huge. So this is half right here. And then this is the other half. Absolutely loved this pattern. I talked about it a few times in other videos. This is the border. Love that. Love the way it looks. I can't wait to wear it. So I'm gonna wear it probably as more of a scarfy type thing to keep me warm in my car when I do school pickup or pick up from football practice. Guys, I can't believe I'm gonna be a football mom. Never thought I'd see the day. My kids, we tried them in every single sport known, and they never followed through with anything. And it's been a week, and he seems to love it. He's coming home sore, but he needed it. He needed that a lot. Okay, so other finished object. So everybody's been doing these little spinny things. And the original pattern or tutorial was from Ophelia Talks. I will link her channel below. So I did hers, and I don't know if it's because I am a tight crocheter. I am a stress crocheter. So when I want to just get everything out, I just don't want to deal with things, I start crocheting. Mine got a little wonky and it turned. So it might be because I'm a tight crocheter. I don't know. But I did 2 in these colors here. I'm gonna see if I can spray starch them and steam them to lay flat. So what I did is I took her tutorial, basically followed the whole idea of it. In her tutorial, she talks about starting from the same side each time you go. I did not do that. I actually figured if I did the opposite way, like you go this way, if I went 1 row this way before I ended it, when I did the single crochet, it would flip it back up a little bit. And it actually did. It did a great job. I figured these would make great little hangy things for a little girl's bedroom. This one here, and these are wind spinners. I put a heart at the bottom. I found the pattern on Pinterest and the tassel. So that's that one. And then this one here has it's a little bit longer. I think I did 100 stitches for this one, and I did 75 for this one. So they're varying sizes. They look really cute in a little girl's bedroom. I think so. So that was, I did look up there is a thing where this has been a thing, I guess, and I did not know that. I saw the Dabbling Hook did some, and who else? There's been a few podcasters that have done this specific pattern. So I jumped on board. I jumped on the bandwagon and made some, and I'm gonna make more because they're fun to make, they're easy, and they're brainless pretty much. So that's another finished object. So again, I'll leave a link for the Dabbling Hook, Rel. I'll leave a link for her channel in the description box below. Lisa's Crochet. That's another person who did it. She's from Canada. I'll leave a link to her channel too, and you can see hers. So yeah, that's, I believe, all of my finished projects. Yes. Okay, whips. I'm still working on socks. So I have this pair here that I am doing in the magic loop. I have this one here that, okay, so this yarn is from excuse me, Artistic Yarn by Abby, and that's the card that came with it. All right, so I'm ready for the toe on this one, and usually I go down to 8 stitches on each side, and then I do the Kitchener stitch, but they're very pointy, so I was wondering if I left like 16 stitches on each side and then did the Kitchener stitch, if it would be more rounded for me. So I have not decided yet what I'm gonna do, so I have not touched the toe, and I still have to cut in for the heel, which I'll be doing the afterthought heel. That's one that I did. I did split the yarn up into 2 by weighing it as I went. This is the second sock. This is how much I have done of this one. And they're just your basic vanilla socks. And I really like the vanilla socks. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try a pattern sock next. All right. There is another pair of socks, and I've been working on these ones for a while. Honestly, I'm a little perturbed at myself. I talked about this in my last video on how I messed up the toe, and it's working in the round, and it's not exactly my favorite way to do socks is in the round. I feel like my hands get a little crampy because of how small the needles are, but we'll keep going at it. Maybe my hands will get used to it. And that is using yarn by the Good Noodle Yarn Company. And I talked about her and her Etsy shop in a previous video or 2. Okay, next whip. This one here, I guess I was saying the name wrong, is by, I guess it's Hohi Locatelli, and it's called the Venezia Shawl. This is a pattern which is a little advanced. Again, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I've been more focused on knitting recently, on learning the skill of that. I've been crocheting for 30 years. Knitting, I think I tried 2 years ago, put it down because I was knitting the wrong way and it was very painful. And then when I finally watched a video by Molly Bird, and she was showing knitting. I was like, ah, I got it now. I get it. I was doing it wrong the whole time. So she has been a great tool to use to learn knitting. Now, I am a continental knitter. I knit the same as I crochet. So I hold the yarn in the same hand that I use when I'm crocheting, which to me is much easier because we're trained as crocheters to hold the yarn in that hand. If you would like me to do a video showing you how I knit, leave a comment down below and I will be glad to do that. Because it's a different, it's so totally different. Like for a knitter who's knitted for years to go to crochet, it's difficult for them to do so. Same thing for us crocheters who have been crocheting for years. It's different. But once you get it, you get it. And then you're like, this is so easy. Like I can read a knitted pattern much easier than a crochet pattern. I can read crochet charts much easier than I can a knitting chart. So yeah, it's a learning thing. Keeps your brain working. Anyway, this is another yarn by Expression Fiber Arts, and I don't think I have the band to it anymore, so I can't share. Oh, do I? This is the silk. Cast silk sock, Laguna. 75% superwash wool, 15% cashmere, and 10% silk. So that's what I am using for this pattern. And I have not worked on this for a week because if there's somebody home or in the room with me, I can't do it. It's a very, you need to focus because you're working from a chart. I'm actually working off the written part of the chart, not the chart itself, because again, I'm finding it very difficult to read knitting charts, but I can read a crochet chart. Go figure. I don't know. Anyway, so this is what I have so far, and I absolutely love it. And I cannot wait to finish it so that I can wear it. So that's another whip that I could share with you. And I showed you the name of it. I will try to remember to link all patterns down below. This was a paid for pattern. It was not a free pattern. I believe the Portobello Road was a free pattern. I believe, I'm not positive. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys. All right. I do have other whips going on, but I showed them in the last video and I have not touched them all. Again, my husband's on vacation, so. This is a pattern. This was a free pattern. I just wanted to do a basic shawl, and this is called The Basic, and it's by, I don't want to share any of the information. I found it on Ravelry, and there you go. And her name is Tatiana Dos Santos. Probably butchered that. So I am using these needles here, which are Knitter's Pride, and I don't generally use these kind of needles. For some reason, I was getting frustrated with the circular needles and the wire in between. So it's just I was having a bad day. And so I switched over to it. I don't even think I've ever used these needles. And these are Knitted Pride needles. And I just happened to have them. I almost gave them away because I didn't see myself ever using them, and I'm really glad that I didn't. I am using Hobie's Butterfly 100% premium acrylic. Guys, this yarn is like butter. I ain't even kidding you. I love Hobie's yarns. That's no secret, but look at the colors. This stuff is soft. It has a nice sheen. It has a very soft halo. Not much of a halo, but it's. I want more. I want more of this stuff. I went on to order some more of this color to do a bigger project, and they were out of stock. So I figured I would just do the shawl instead, which is fine. I have 2 skeins of it, so that'll get through the shawl. Maybe this one in a knit, and then maybe do a crochet one. But, so this is what I have done so far. I worked from here up yesterday. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's very cushy, like knitting. These stitches, they're just like, ah, so cozy. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using straight needles, and I'm not minding it at all. Yeah, so I believe that is it for whips. That's it. I have been having a go with the bigger projects and decided that I'm going to try making some smaller projects for a little while and finish up the big ones that I have now and not stress myself out. I really, really love making dolls, and I have not made one in a while, so I need to make one. I love making them and giving them new homes. Okay, on to the yarn dyeing. So I think it was last year, was it last year? You know what, it might have even been 2 years ago that I dyed a skein of yarn, and it was an orangey color. Somehow, in the midst of dyeing it, it was a 80-20 blend, a sock yarn, merino nylon. I dripped some blue yarn dye onto it, and I used the acid dyes. So yeah, there's no way of fixing that unless at that point in time I did not know there was a way to fix it. Then I was watching videos and they were talking about over dyeing, so I'm like, that might be something to try. So I did. I over dyed it. Now I gotta remember which one it was. Okay, so this one. So this was an orangey color, and I put a blue into a big pot, and I put the yarn in, and it came out this beautiful fall-like color. I mean, look at that. I'll undo it for you. So yeah, it's got this rust color. The blue turns the orange rusty color, and then you have the blue that comes in there, almost like a jean acid wash look. And I love it. So now I can use the yarn that I couldn't use because I had a boo-boo. So over dyeing was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. So I took it a step further. I dyed up, if you follow me on Instagram and you're in my Facebook group, you know that I dyed some yarns up, and I went for really bright colors. And this was one of them. I kept this one. The same, I didn't over dye this one because I thought that would look nice, like maybe for a color. I just liked the colors, and I liked the way they were working together. So I'll undo one of them. All right. So the other one was more neon colors that I did. And that one, see, look at all those colors. How pretty is that, right? The other one was more neon colors, and it had too much yellow, and I wasn't happy with the yellow. I'm not a huge yellow person. I don't wear yellow. I don't look good in yellow. Yeah, I'm not a huge yellow person at all. Just a personal preference. So I took the yarns with the neons, and I used a purple. Was it amethyst purple, maybe? Maybe that's what it was, amethyst. I'm not sure. I gotta find places to put things. I have so much to show you guys. So those are two. These two are probably gonna go in my Etsy shop. I just haven't decided on a price yet. These are DK 80-20 merino nylon blend, I believe. I'll look it up and post a description when I put them in. Okay, so these three here, okay, so these two are DK and this one is a fingering sock. So these were those neon colors, the pinks, and I believe there was purple and blue, and there was just way too much yellow, and I did not like it. So I put the purple in the pot, and I did these three skeins together, over dyed them. I'll undo one and show you. I love over dyeing yarn. Love it. And it came out very fall-like a fall night. It has your rust with your purples. It reminds me of Halloween, or like, yeah, it reminds me of Halloween. Nice fall night. But I love, love, love the way these colors came out. So that was so much fun, you guys. If you dye yarn and you haven't tried over dyeing, I suggest you try it. You don't know what's gonna happen. So it's like so much fun to see the results at the end. These ones I might keep, I'm not sure. We'll see. So I have those three with what was left in the pot. What's this one here? I had, did I do 2 fingering of this color? I must have did 2 fingering of this color. I did, because I only had 1 fingering of this color. So I wanted to put these 3 together and make something. So these 3 I will be keeping. This is just the leftover dye that was in the pot. I put the 2 skeins in, added some more vinegar, and I waited for the yarn to soak up the acid dyes. So those were those ones. I also did these 2 here. This is more of a bluey green. This is a DK sock yarn. Let's see if I can't. Here we go. And that's this one. It's almost like the ocean. Not the ocean here, a Caribbean ocean. So that was a nice one. I like the way that color turned out. Then I did fix that after this color here, which is purples in red, which I was surprised at how much I liked them together, but they work. The red came out more of like a pinky red, not quite red. It's nice. It's a nice color. I really like it a lot. And this would make a beautiful cowl. So I'm not sure if this will go in the shop or not. I'm gonna decide after. I have so much yarn as it is. I bought a ton of yarn to dye and sell. So we'll see what happens. I just got an order in for sparkling minis that I'm gonna play with. I'm just waiting for this weather to cool down just a little bit so I can open the windows, because my kids hate the smell. And I did one just plain pink. It's getting blown out here a little bit. There it goes. I did try to speckle it a little bit, but not a ton. You can see the speckles right there. I was trying to match. We're trying to get solar panels. That was just a text from the solar panel guy. That was one of the busy things we did last week. So I was trying to match this up to a sock that I was working on to do a heel and a toe in this color. It didn't match. I used a pink fuchsia, but I put just a little bit in so it'd be more pinky, not less fuchsia-y. But after holding it to the yarn, I realized that what they did is they probably used a red color and just did a small amount of dye to get that pinky color. So I have to do another one. This one here will probably go into the shop, and there's just one of them. It is a sock yarn. It's finger and weight. Yeah, so that was my dye stuff that I did. How much fun is that? I had a blast doing that. Yeah, so I got let's go into acquisitions. I did do some purchasing. This is my sock club from Artistic Yarns by Abby. It did come with incense in it. The theme, okay, let's start with this way. If you are a subscriber to her sock club, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to shut it off because I don't want to spoil the surprise. I've had this for about a week now, so I'm hoping that if you were gonna get it, you already got it, you already opened it. Okay, I'm gonna show it now. This theme was one of my favorites, root beer floats. That is something that I grew up eating as a kid with my grandmother. Loved it. It did come with 2 incense, which I have asthma and I'm allergic to it, so my husband took that and got rid of it immediately. Had this little box here, and in the box there was some root beer candies and some root beer lip gloss, which was awesome. Yeah, and then is a little root beer bookmark and her little note of what was in there and the some facts about the root beer. So, Creek Brewing in Colorado, huh? My father lives in Colorado. Excuse the coughing. So, the yarn comes with a mini. This is her sock yarn. I love her yarns, guys. They're beautiful. It came with, and I love that she always puts a stitch marker that goes with the theme of the yarn. So this is what I got, and I cannot wait to cake it up and do some socks in this. Very excited about that. So that was my subscription. I'm still waiting on my Jimmy Bean wool subscription. I'm not sure if I have another one coming. I might. I think I only did 3 months of that one. I'm not sure. This is one that I'll keep because I really love her yarn. I also ordered yarn to do a shirt. This is the Summer Sesame Barocco yarn, and this is color number 5236, dye lot number 4984. It's a number 4. That's the colors I chose. I'm doing I got enough yarn to do the large size. And I'll see if I can find this is the top here that I will be doing. I was reading through the pattern. I got a little confused with some of it. I know she does have a video out to help explain how to do the top, so hopefully that will help. I also ordered the Lucky Star Retro Wave sock kit, and that is from Meanwhile in the Castle, was the podcaster. Her shop is called candyshopyarn.com. These are the yarns, and these are the socks. So this is going to be something new for me to try. So this is basically knitting, sewing on top of your knitting to create a knitted look, like a decal. So that will be new for me to try. So we'll see what happens. So I ordered that. That's one of the projects that I have going. I also ordered the Arkansas Yarn Company had a Hooked on You book by Kathleen Fuller, and it's about a yarn shop. Okay, and this is the yarn that came with it, and it came with an Arkansas shaped state stitch marker. Really pretty. So that was like a little kit, and I just thought that was a fun little thing to have. I'm gonna read the book because who doesn't like a love story? I'm a sucker for that. I also ordered their anniversary yarn, which is a sparkling. It's first anniversary 2020. But I ordered it. It's sparkling. I love the colors. This one's a DK, this one's a figurine. Whoops, I just lost something. Another stitch marker. And it also came with a tape measure. Arkansas Yarn Company. So that was new. It's a new yarn company that I tried. So we'll see. The order took a while to get here, which is okay. I mean, with everything going on, I'm sure COVID's still slowing things down quite a bit. But I really love the yarns. They're beautiful. So I thought I would share it. Then I was watching the Naughty Knitwits, and I have the patterns here that I'm going to be working on. She showed the half and half triangle wrap, and then she talked about the yarn that was used for that. So I purchased the yarn to make two. This was very pricey, but I wasn't sure what colors I wanted to do. So I got the pink, the gray, the red, and almost like a coral. So I believe that's enough yarn to do two shawls. I'll make one and gift one to a family member and make one for myself. The yarn is very unique. I'm gonna take one out. It's not something that I've ever used before, which is why I wanted to try it. It's not super, super soft, but it's not super, super rough. It feels like it's gonna be extremely warm. It's a linen quill. It's made 50% fine Highland wool, 35% alpaca, and it's 15% linen. So yeah, it's a nice yarn. It's a nice sturdy yarn. Like I said, it's not the softest in the world, but it's definitely not rough. Like rough. Like, you know how wool is really rough? That doesn't feel like that. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm looking forward to starting that. So my future patterns that I'm going to be trying, I think there's 2 knitted and 2 crochet. The knit one is going to be the DK Weight Vanilla Socks by Kay Litton, and she is the Crazy Sock Lady. I don't wanna. So she came out with a DK version of her pattern. I might try the heel on this one. We'll see. I keep saying it. I'm so afraid to, like, knitting is such a new thing for me that I get comfortable with one certain thing. And anyway, okay, so the half and half triangle wrap, I'm going to be trying that one. I am going to be trying the Carrie keyhole scarf. And who did that one? And I actually printed it out when she did it. Was Crochet from Canada. She made a few of these, and when I saw her do it, I printed it out when she showed hers, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I really love the look of that. And now that my son's playing football, I'm gonna need some warm stuff to wear. And the next one is going to be Who's Homemade, Home Sweet. Okay, it's called the Fadeaway Shawl by Who's Homemade. So I got this off of a blog. And that's what that one looks like. I don't think I've done that one. Maybe I did and I just don't remember. But doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it again. So those are my 4 patterns that I'm going to be working on. As I finish projects that I'm working on now, I'll be picking up one of these. Yeah, so that is it for all my fiber stuff. I did get a delivery in of bare wool, not yarn, the wool itself, to do some spinning. Yeah, I just need to get a stool to sit at my spinning wheel with, and I did find one at, it was decently priced at TJ Maxx. So I think what I'm gonna do this week is go buy my stool to sit at, and I'm gonna put that in the living room in front of the TV, and I'm gonna do some spinning. I also have some colored bowls that I had ordered last year that I haven't touched. Life just gets the best of you guys. It just gets so busy. So, so that's it for my yarn stuff. I have been listening to, on audiobooks, The Vegan Vampire, which is very entertaining to put your earbuds on, and I've been floating around in the pool listening to that, which has been fun. I also have another book that I'm reading on my Kindle, but I didn't bring my Kindle over, so I can't share the name of it, but I will link it down below. Another series. I think it's meant for more teens, but after reading the reviews, there was a lot of adults reading it, and they really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I read one, and then I almost done with the second book in the series, and I think it's a trilogy. So, I'm really excited. I also went to the bookstore, as if you've been following me for a while. My son loves going to the bookstore. He loves to read the manga. So he goes through books like there's no tomorrow. And we went there, we went out to lunch the other day. Which day was it? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we went out to lunch. And we had a gift card that we got a year ago, but because of COVID, we couldn't use it. So we used it. And we went out for seafood, and it was yummy, and I got my fix for the year. I'm not big on fried foods, but every year you gotta get the seafood. Okay, so books that I've read, I think I talked about it in a future. I found this author called Darcy Coates, and she is found in the horror novel section. It is Halloween coming up soon around here, and right now it's time to get in the mood. I live very close to Salem. It looks like Salem happenings may be happening this year. So I got myself 2 books by Darcy Coates. I did read, the one I read to her was, from her was The Graveyard. She doesn't have it listed here. It's a newer series that she just started. And I can't remember now. Anyway, I'm waiting for the second book to come out. I figured, and that's not coming out till March. So I figured in the meantime, I got 2 more that I can read. These probably won't last a week or 2 because I tend to fly through books. So yeah, so those are 2 books that I got at Barnes & Noble. It's called Dead Lake and The House Next Door. Gotta love a good creepy read every now and then, right? So I believe that's all I have to share. We dodged a couple weather bullets. We're sitting down watching TV, and all of a sudden our phone started beeping this crazy loud sound, and we actually had tornado warnings, which doesn't happen here often on the coast. We don't, when we get snowstorms, we get like the blunt end of it, because the shore always, for some reason, stays warmer than inland, whatever. I don't know why. It is what it is. And a hurricane, we got rain, went down, saw some waves. I'll try to remember to put a little video clip in there of the waves. That's about it. So it's time for me to go, and I hope everybody has a great day. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or about what I talked about, leave it in the comments down below. I will leave the picture of the comment winners at the end of this video. You will see the 2 winners. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Again, I had to pull for winners a couple times because I couldn't see if they were a subscriber or they were not subscribed to my channel. And you have to be a subscriber to be able to enter the giveaways. Okay, guys, hope you have a great day. Talk to you all soon. Let's see if I can find my little gadget here. And of course I can't. I'm like a hot mess, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.
time I thought I was filming, it looked like I just took a picture, so I was being recorded.
Chili.
Love those birds sitting on the rock over like it doesn't. Yeah, it's just another day at the beach for them. This weather in a bottle and break it out on, on Wednesday. I love it.